Well, he hasn't been saying much. He's been not really having any public pronouncements. Mainly, he's operating on Twitter. He is denying the results, obviously, of the election. He has these lawsuits, and he's claiming fraud, although I have to emphasize there is no indication of widespread voter fraud. So you see him out doing this, but obviously he had a fraught relationship with the military, and he just recently fired the head of the Defense Department, his defense secretary, and quite a few people at the Pentagon. So it is an odd juxtaposition on Veterans Day.
And staying on these big changes at the Pentagon behind the scenes, we're seeing this. Is the United States safe, or is it vulnerable right now? I mean, how worried should people be about those leadership changes at the Pentagon?
Well, a lot of national security people are saying that this is a fraught time because why are you having instability and also a refusal to help with the transition? At this time 4 years ago, we already saw the then President Barack Obama have President-elect Donald Trump to the White House, and the team was trying to make the transition smooth. So there are warnings that if any of our adversaries are looking at this country, that they love times of instability. So yes, there are worries coming out of the national security cohort in Washington.
And regarding some of the vote counting still taking place across the United States, the Georgia Secretary of State announced earlier today a full hand recount of some 5 million votes. Other states still counting. Do you think we'll learn anything more by any of this? Any concerns that you anticipate in the coming weeks?
Not really, because Joe Biden won by a pretty large margin, larger than Donald Trump won by, and we're talking tens of thousands of votes, and usually the recounts only change them maybe a few hundred. So this really is more of a stalling tactic, and I believe that people are humoring Donald Trump and Republicans. He's still quite the most popular Republican, and they do not want to cross him, so they're going through this, but I do not see a change. At January 20th of next year, we do have President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, but it allows him to leave and say, it wasn't my fault because they cheated. But there's no indication that they cheated.
Meanwhile, Joe Biden is continuing to work on this transition. He sounds pretty confident, but is there a point where we could see that change? I mean, if there is not an official transition period, you know, Biden, he's been in office before. This is not a big surprise. He could bring some people back. I mean, is there any issues when it comes to an actual transition between administrations?
Well, he's trying to project that calm because he ran as a unifier, but at some point, basically, yes, he will need to get the funds to move into offices, the passwords, to keep government going. Now, most of the electors by early December, will file and officially certify the race. And at that point, you will have a President-elect Biden. And then I think you will see some Republicans really basically tell the president that he has to accept the results. But as of now, you've had more foreign leaders congratulate Joe Biden than you have had U.S. Republican senators.
And what is the one big thing that you will be watching in the days and weeks ahead?
Well, we know that one reason they're doing this is because of Georgia. We have 2 runoff Senate elections coming in January, and there's going to be an incredible amount of money because it will determine who will control the Senate. And so between the recount and these new Senate races, these runoffs, all eyes will be on Georgia, which unexpectedly, because of the efforts of so many grassroots groups, including folks like Stacey Abrams, it turned a shade of blue, and nobody saw that coming, or the people on the ground did. So I think you'll be seeing coming up Georgia, Georgia, Georgia.